going on, guys? Dom here, and Grookey did it again. It's actually been a while since I did a rumor that Grookey posted. Go ahead and give that guy some love. I think he started something like the Sword and Shield Defense Force. It's like people who are in favor of these games, and I'm definitely one of those people. Grookey, keep being awesome, man. So we're gonna go over this really quickly. Sword and Shield massive dump. Story spoilers. Alright. I couldn't post this on 4chan because some other person seems to have used my IP and got me banned, so I made a throwaway post to it here. I'm gonna remember that because later on down the line reading this, that may be important. A lot of this stuff is risky as absolute blank for me to be leaking, and I can't post this on any of my own accounts that could lead back to me. I've been a long time play tester for the English version of Sword and Shield, and that's all I can reveal. Moving on, here's what I have. So we're not just gonna breeze past what he just said about him being a playtester. I'm not sure how long this they've been playtesting. I'm unsure. I want to know exactly how long is long for this guy. Let's see, what else has he mentioned here? He's been banned on here on multiple accounts, and then his IP's been banned. So this guy's been banned multiple times. It seems he's multiple accounts for some reason, and this is the reason why he has his account, because he wants to post this link or whatever, this leak or rumor, excuse me, not a leak. Interesting. Keep that in mind while you're reading this and ask yourself why this guy's been banned multiple times. There are 104 new Pokemon. Galar forms are in, like the other leak implied with Meowth. Surfetch is actually a Galar form and does not use that name, but the leaker may have called it that to paint a picture of its design. Its leak gets treated more like a cane, as well as color swap to black and white. That is a very strange thing to mention about this Pokemon, and a very detailed thing as well. I'm not sure where to place that exactly. This time representation is scattered among all past region Pokemon, unlike with a Alolan Pokemon just being Kanto. Some examples will be the Gulpin line, they'll look more like sweets, and the Dweeble line, they'll be much more grassy and green. Okay, that's a different twist on that. Just I guess variations based on biomes and habitats. That sounds pretty cool. The majority of Kanto Pokemon will return, strong representation from each other regions as well, though less than Kanto. Oh, so it sounds like there is some Kanto pandering going on here. Big surprise. Charizard. Awesome. Totaling to a regional deck size of over 600 Pokemon to make up for not every Pokemon being in the game. Many will only be acquirable through events and max raid battles that get rotated around. Okay, I like the size of that Pokedex. That's a lot of Pokemon from the 800, so only 200 would be missing if what he's saying is true. That's not a bad number, honestly. It's not a bad number. Dynamax levels only increase total Pokemon health and go up to level 10. At level 10, some Pokemon gain new Gigantamax forms. Okay, so you actually have to use the Pokemon enough to max out its level, its Dynamax level to get its Gigantamax form. So this is saying that Dynamax is like a precursor to Gigantamax. Or Gigantamax. I've been saying it wrong the whole time, I'm probably sure. Scovet is a standard rodent you will find mostly in early routes. Lofinch is the standard Pokemon you will find in early routes as well, based on the Goldfinch with a love theme. Now, finches is something that I mentioned a few times in a few of my past videos with the whole Charles Darwin. He's actually from Great Britain. He has a house there, and finch is a animal that I expect some Pokemon to be based on it, at least one Pokemon. So I'm not saying what he's saying is true, but I expect that personally. Wooloo evolves into Puffluff. All this is coming off super generic, guys. Sounds like stuff that you just can make up, and then just from things that you've seen in the Pokemon games in the past and probably get it right, or in the general ballpark. Its wool gets even larger, but it looks more adult-like in its features. Okay, so just what I was saying. Wooloo evolves, and its wool gets even larger. Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. Like, oh, that's a curveball. It looks more adult-like. That's usually what happens when things evolve. Charmander, Charmeleon, teenager, Charizard, adult. Okay, moving on. Raboots. That's like, I'm guessing Scorbunny's second evolution. Evolution is called Athlobit. That's a weird name. It's like athlete and rabbit. Athlobit. And will be firefighting based on an athlete. firefighting. I really didn't want to hear that, to be honest with you. Grookey evolves into Drumonkey. Drumonkey evolves into Bongorilla, and will beat a drum to fight. Bongorilla is a grass rock type. Sizzle and Intillion leaks are correct. Intillion is water ghost. Okay, I think we've heard a few of these things already before. Grookey's final form being has a drum, using a drum. Sizzle and Intillion. The name Intillion's come up before. I think I saw Sizzle. I'm pretty sure it's not actually Sizzle. It's Sizzile. I'm stupid. Sizzile. And Intellion. So like a spy. We've heard those before. Zamazenta. I don't know why I'm reading that wrong. It's pure steel. Zacian is pure fighting. Eternatus is pure dark. Some of these names I'm definitely gonna get wrong with that because I haven't heard them. I'm just gonna try to figure it out on my own. You will encounter these legends and the story behind them after the 7th gym. That seems kind of... When did we encounter the legendaries? The first time you encountered the legendaries was after getting your 3rd badge in Gold and Silver. Then in the 3rd generation, the legendaries were encountered somewhere around Sutopolis City, around the time that you got to the final gym. Okay, so I guess that's not too far-fetched. You encounter legends at the story behind at the 7th gym. Okay, Team Yell's grunts don't know much about their leaders. They go around causing ruckuses and trying to interfere with Pokemon battles and larger events. They're frequently mentioned as troublemakers on television and by locals in various cities and towns. Their main objective seems to be a lot more simple and harmless compared to previous teams, but the leaders are actually using their grunts to distract away from their operations. They're researching how to control Eternatus in order to defeat Zacian, and Zamazenta, the 2 guardians of the Galar region, in order to take over. Okay, so that's a very interesting thing. I remember I have a few friends who are from the UK, and they tell me that there are these, I'm not sure, I can't remember what they called them, but the guys who were big into football, and I mean football like the actual football, not like American football. The fans would get into like huge brawls, and they would trash things, and they like stabbings were like a huge thing over this. Sounds like these guys may be similar to that. They're going to big events and they're just trashing things. The gym types and order is grass, Milo, water, Nessa, ground, Kabu, fairy, opal, fighting, Penny, dark, Jorah, steel, Darren, and normal, Lena. The normal gym is directly in front of the Elite Four and isn't a public stadium like the other 7. The Elite Four reception is the first thing you see when you walk in, with her gym being accessible by entering a different room. So her gym is like connected to the Elite Four. Is that what it's saying? The Elite Four reception is the first thing you see when you walk in, with her gym being accessible by... Okay, so it's right near it. Once you beat it, Leon will congratulate you and let you know he's waiting on top of the tower. Is this really like a playtester thing? I don't know how far playtesting goes into this, but like how much do they really show you? This is like endgame stuff. The Elite Four system is changed to be more like the Battle Frontier. After clearing the normal gym, your badge ring is completed and you're able to go challenge the Elite Four by speaking to a receptionist at the previous room before you challenge Lena. Each member in a different building with a different kind of challenge. You can challenge the first 3 in any order. Enya, Ghost, is the clock tower building to the left. Lyric, flying, will be in the Ferris wheel building and has a Chatot that can Gigantamax. Colt, Bug, is the red building to the right. Then you go back into the building that holds Lena's gym. There's a guard standing in front of a different door that leads to the tower. He grants you access to the base of the tower where the 4th Elite Four member, Claude Psychic, awaits. Upon beating him, there's an elevator that takes you to the top of the tower where you battle Leon. His Charizard has a Gigantamax form. So I want to know why is it that Claude has a separate building? Why is he attached to like the normal gym? Are the 8th gym leader Lena and Claude related in some way? That's why his gym is attached to them, or is it like something else? There has to be some story element that kind of explains that, or they just wanted a separate building for no absolute reason. That seems like something that they would go. Why would they go out of the way to do that unless there was some story element that made it that way? Becoming champion unlocks some of the cities surrounding the Elite Four. The area you can explore is not as big as it looks on the maps, obviously. It is post-game content with several battle facilities that refresh daily. So it sounds really like the Battle Frontier, which sounds pretty awesome. Markets that sell various hold items TMs and more items previously inaccessible. More Pokemon will start spawning in the wild area than initially. There is a battle tower system in the industrial city, the center of the map. There's also the city for the 7th gym, Steel. However, it is locked for a while before you can challenge it. This is also the city for the 7th gym, Steel. Okay. The wild area looks a lot better in the playtest build. They had to crunch the most stable version for E3. The tortoise tree has better textures. I can't say anything more. Posting this many details is already risky. Yeah, this guy has taken multiple risks. It seems like he's been banned on multiple accounts, and he's claiming that he doesn't know why he's banned on, he was banned in the first place, someone else using his IP address. That sounds fishy to me. And then he posts this long list of information. At the end, he says that it's already risky for him posting this stuff. Okay, so I don't know how many playtesters they have, but someone's gonna get in trouble. That's besides the point. But it sounds super generic for the most part. There are parts that are super specific, like the gym leader names and the order and the Elite Four stuff. That's super specific. That stuff is like you gotta have some inside information to even get that right. So I'm gonna put this 100% rumor. None of it's fact. I mean, you took the names from the previous leaks that were right. I think they mentioned that Kabu guy already once. And then he put some really specific details regarding the Elite Four, the separate building, and then fighting Leon with his Charizard. And then Chatot apparently gets a Gigantamax form according to this guy. And Gigantamax is it's the form beyond the Dynamax form. So you have to max out a Pokemon's Dynamax form prior to getting Gigantamax form. So I thought they would be two halves of the same coin, but they're not. One's just a level above the other one. So according to what this is saying, so this was pretty specific and generic in some ways. Good stuff. I mean, good try if it's a fake. I really don't know what to say. I'm not gonna substantiate any of this stuff, but I think that'll do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I think that'll do it for this video. Dom out.